Greetings. I just wanted to post a recap of the Iron World Tour Vegas. The whole point of the Iron World Tours are to link up with our friends and family and industry friends and family and athletes and people all over the world. We've been everywhere from China to Europe to all of the United States, and most recently we went from Dallas, Texas, drove through New Mexico, Arizona, got all the way to Las Vegas, and it was an epic experience. But you have to kind of give your left nut to be able to record all of this stuff and record from sun up to sundown. So I wanted to recap the entire trip, and it's kind of a rough edit. So you see everything from breakfast, lunch, dinner, all the sights and all the training and all the side conversations and fun stories. So it was an experience, and I hope you can get the gist of being there in person. Already next week we're gonna be in Sweden with Martin Fitzwater, Keon, Ivana, and of course Branch and Michael Johansson again, and it's gonna be very intense. So I'm posting all of that trip just so that I have something to on my own channel so that I can mark what I'm doing, because I haven't had an update, and I just really want to post an update to my channel and show what I've been up to. And I do make a little appearance in the Las Vegas one, so trying to keep up with my own training at the same time. It's tough, but never a dull moment. So anyway, hope you can check out this and appreciate all the experiences, and check out what we're doing in Sweden, northern Sweden, and in Stockholm. So catch you soon online. Oh yeah, this Saturday we're gonna go to Scarborough Fair, so that'll be new and interesting. But yeah, after that, Iron World Tour Sweden.
Hi guys, we just rode in Albuquerque. Just rode to Iron Soul Gym. So rolled up in Relentless 1, so we made it here in about, 9.5 hours drive time, probably 11 hours total travel time today. So we saw every kind of weather. We had thunderstorms, we had snow, we had dust storms, we had like crazy winds, gusting 40-50 miles per hour, blowing us all over the road, but we pushed through it all, got here, so we're gonna go here and do what we do best. We're gonna bang some iron.
At Iron Soul. Let's go.
Down coat at.
Yeah.
I laughed at my down coat earlier. Now y'all ain't laughing.
Yeah. And now we're gonna see who's gonna eat the 72-ounce steak.
Like the work hard, play hard trip for sure.
Yeah.
Helena has a bad inflammation in her knee from her running, and she got medicine from the doctor, and of course she makes the priorities: wine first, medicine comes later when we come home.
Priorities are in check.
I know Nick agrees with me. Yes. Yes.
We need to get like that one of those horns so we can ride with the truckers.
I'm done. This is it. This is what I'm taking this. Look.
7 days. That's great.
Coffee creamer, tuna, rice,
Yeah,
a hat, a phone. I'm good. Have small bladders because we've only been on the road an hour.
Yeah, you don't need it.
It's a small bucket.
Right, a little small bucket. And Nick.
What are you getting over there?
Don't worry about what I'm getting.
A gas station burrito.
This
Go real bad, real fast. We'll see. Stay tuned. You might need that for your front door.
To me, these trips are kind of like the important part of the work hard, play hard philosophy. So, like now we're traveling out in such a way that we're on a work mission at the same time as we're on a play mission, and you can't really tell when we're doing what. It's just great energy. That's why I was so happy this morning. Like that we could be out on this type of trip. Feel very fortunate. And very blessed to do stuff like this, where it doesn't even feel like work, Even though this is going to be one of our most important work trip through the year, since this is kind of like a pre-run for the Mr. Olympia week in December. And we're going to do all the visits and meet the people in the gym and try to we see the house where we're going to be doing our barbecues, taking care of people, having watch party, do our tailgating setup and all that stuff. So I'm sure this is going to be like one of the most important and most fun trips during the year.
All right, guys. So man, we're on Iron World Tour Vegas, and we just rolled into Amarillo. So there's a world famous restaurant here called the Big Texan. So it's a 72-ounce sirloin steak plus a giant baked potato plus a salad. If you can eat it all, it's free. So I came here the first time probably 20 plus years ago, and came in and I ate the steak and potato, but I couldn't finish the salad, so I had to pay. So I don't know what it costs now. I'm sure it's a lot more than what it was 20 years ago, but cool place. So if you're ever driving through Amarillo, right off 287, stop in and see if you're up for the challenge.
I am not up for the challenge.
Not me either.
Maybe MJ.
Maybe I'll go for it. I'll start with the salad, so I make sure to take the hardest first. That steak took it down on 4 minutes.
For the 72-ounce steak, if you eat it all plus potato salad, it's free. And guess what? There's a cow it came from, actual size, dude. Crossed over the New Mexico from Texas, drove to a dust storm. So we've had thunderstorms, we've had snow, now we have a dust storm. The wind is insane, probably 40, 50 mile per hour. Gusts, probably constant 30 miles per hour crosswind. So it's blowing relentless wind all over the road, man. So that's been fun. But we've got about 2 more hours and we'll be in New Albuquerque. Get checked in and go do what we do best, make some iron.
We have arrived.
Never leave home without it. Ask Guy.
Did Nick order?
Yeah.
This is called pre-dinner dinner. So we pre-dinner, we work out, and we have dinner.
That's how we roll.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, we're scouting out a little bit, like, where can we train on the way to Vegas. So when we come in December, we know where to go, what to do, and where to take the team.
Littlest piece of salmon.
That's all you can eat, Brad.
Where's the fish?
Yeah, it's your pre-dinner dinner.
We can clearly see who's gonna take the lead in the gym today.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. It's like a chicken, it's a fish nugget.
Salmon nugget.
3 bites. Potato, and probably some, probably this deal here, steak and shrimp pasta without the sauce. We got a lot of eating to do after our fish nugget. When I used to eat, I would eat like this. I protect my food, like animal, right? So, you know, I ain't share food with nobody because I was a young bodybuilder. Number one, food's expensive. I didn't have a lot of money, and I was hungry, and I was on a mission to grow. So we get together. She'd reach over like she just did, and she'd take food off my plate. I would get so flipping mad, I'm like, don't eat my food. She's like, don't get mad at me. And she'd take another piece. And I'm like, don't touch my freaking food. And so I like, wait, she'd get something else. And so it used to piss me off so bad. I'm like, don't touch my food. She's like, she'd get another piece. So fast forward.
Well, I didn't understand that because we shared and he did not.
I don't share my toys.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, I used to get so mad.
So how is it today then? I mean,
Oh, you share? She is.
He shares. And then the funny thing is now Faith tries to like not want to share her food and he has to be like, okay, we have to share with everybody. So now he's teaching the lesson that he had to learn.
But that's why we feel like real men when we are traveling by ourselves and not have our wives with us. It's such a cool experience to fly over the desert like this. The whole thing about our Iron World is to explore and make memories and have stuff to talk about and enjoy together.
The battles we had and my opinion on certain competitors I had, and he was one of the tough ones, and legendary training features. He's still doing it. Perfect model for you guys that ask about the long-term goals in bodybuilding. This goes outside of the competitive stage, and what you do in structure in bodybuilding, it leads to greater things, and he's obviously given people an inspiration to not only be successful on the bodybuilding stage, but in business, life, relationships, being a family man and having other things, having things that you pivot to in life to give you more success. So.
mean, the trip yesterday went really good, despite all the weird weather we had on the way and the wind. It still went really good, and the workout was just perfect.
In today's news, airlines requested all mask mandates be dropped for airlines and airports. Also, all COVID testing to be dropped also. It's the best fucking news I've heard in quite some time. If you think so, it's my co-anchor, Trish Warren.
I concur. So, now let's get on to the weather.
Today will be a mix of snow, rain, and dust storm. You will experience all types of weather within a 200-mile journey. If you drive a large van, it will blow you all over the fucking road. So you mean in this whole restaurant, you don't have a chicken?
He said he doesn't have chicken.
How about if I tip him? I bet he'll find one.
Right?
We are at the Petrified National Forest Park. We're gonna check out some old tree stumps that turned into stones. It's kind of cool. So, see what it's all about.
We have to go get our treasure map.
Treasure map?
Yeah.
Oh, they got a treasure map.
We're hunting treasures.
Yeah, we got some 2,000-year-old Instagram down here on the stones. You can see how they painted animals and people and the life they lived 2,000 years ago. Kind of cool.
First time I came here was probably when I was like 7 or 8 years old, so like 40 years ago. So I remember this place, and what I remember most about it was after my mother told me not to pick stuff up, I went around picking up all kinds of little pieces of petrified wood, and of course somebody saw me, and I think the park ranger was out here, and I had my pockets full of these petrified rocks, petrified wood rocks, and we're walking out, we get back up there, and he goes, "Hey son," he goes, "what you got in your pockets?" I'm like, nothing. And of course I had a pocket full of petrified wood, so my mother was so mad and ashamed, so I got in so much trouble, but that's my memory from the Petrified Forest.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it safe and sound. We got it was a good stretch driving. There was no problem.
So that was probably the easiest road trip I've ever done. So it wasn't bad at all. 2 easy days, 9.5 hours driving yesterday, about 8.5 actual drive time. A little bit longer day because we went to the Petrified Forest thing, but that don't really count. So super easy drive. Of course, the scenery is pretty cool. The way we went to Flagstaff, so get some sushi now, get checked in, and get a good night's sleep, and we're gonna have a really badass weekend.
That plum wine's actually pretty good. They have a Pinot Noir. Sorry. I think I take it a beer.
Whenever you're in doubt, you just order whatever brand ranch is ordering, and then you know you're going to be, you know, fueled up and jacked.
Especially if you don't eat too much of it. I mean, that's the...
You came out of my face before I stabbed you.
It's Flex Friday. You gotta flex on Friday.
Structure in bodybuilding leads to greater things, and he's obviously given people an inspiration to not only be successful on the bodybuilding stage, but in business, life, relationships, you know, being a family man and having other things, you know, having things that you pivot to in life to give you more success. So, you know, it's just awesome to hear. I didn't know some of the stuff that was going on, so it's just great to be able to catch up, and yeah, even if it's on camera.
I know he carries. Guy carries this.
He got Louis Vuitton.
He does.
I don't like chicks with that shit.
No, Guy does.
Damn, God.
No, I think it was perfect. It was great to hear about this, the history of you know, both Jay and the Branch and the battles and their philosophies. And you can tell like the philosophy and core values is, you know, they got a lot of similarities.
How are you? Hello. How are you again? Good. See you. See you. Hello. Long time no see. How are you?
Good.
I think we're gonna do arms today.
Hey, so everybody knows people. They're always bitching about why they did this or who did this, or worrying about why somebody has something they don't have, or why so-and-so beat them in such and such competition. Let me tell you something. Focus on your own shit. All right, because number one, you can't control what other people do, say, how they train, what they have, any of the other stuff. What you can control is what you do, what you say, how you train, and what you have. So spend more time, focus on the things you can control, the things you can make a difference in, and don't spend any time worrying about what other people think about you, what other people say about you, any other bullshit, because it eats you up. Especially in today's world with social media, everything, if you're worried about what every single person thinks or says about you, then you're going to be a miserable person. And you're going to be so caught up in all that you're not going to take care of your stuff. Consequently, your quality of life is going to decrease, and ain't nothing positive comes from it. So. Competing, you know, when I first started, social media wasn't a thing. You know, towards the end of my career, social media was huge, and it was becoming the monster it is today. And I learned real quick to stay out there, focus on myself, my training. And there was times I go into shows, I didn't even know who I was competing against because I was focused on me, because I couldn't control who was in the show. I couldn't control how they trained, what they looked like, other stuff. So I didn't concern myself with it. What I did concern myself with was my training, my preparation, my diet, my cardio, my tanning, my posing, all these things I could control. And I knew if I could be my best, then I stood a good chance of winning. So no matter what you're doing, whether it's work, competition, whatever it is you're doing in life, focus on your shit. Don't worry about everybody else. Some arms here at the Dragon Lair in Las Vegas, Nevada. Flex Lewis is the Dragon Lair, that is. So had a great workout, man. So Flex, man, you did good, brother. You got an incredible place, man. I love the Arsenal Strength equipment. Had a great session. So congratulations on the 1 year anniversary.
How'd you like it, Trish? Good
stuff? It was awesome. Yeah, this environment is a great gym. I love how he did this. He's very proud of him. He's very successful with it, and we had a great workout.
See that? That deserves a wine break. Is it wine time?
Yeah, it's wine time.
Hey, oh, you have a party room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
Skål.
Skål.
Success and happiness.
Yeah.
Right.
The adventures of the Iron World Tour. Chronicles of the elevator adventures. Earlier today, Nick got stuck in the elevator. The elevator didn't work because MJ shorted out the step mill and it caused a massive power outage in the whole hotel. Now our car doesn't work, so we had to get out on a different floor, walk up like a million flights of stairs to get up here. And then we couldn't get into the hotel because the doors were locked, so MJ had to come let us into the floor.
Hey, red Solo cup.
Oh, should I put that on?
Hey, red wine in a Dixie cup.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Skål.
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 When I turned 50,
We went to Cabo.
and then for some reason the margaritas were very weak. in
No,
Cabo.
it started when we came in the room. It was really nice, and there was a tequila bottle on the table. So me, Michael, Kik, and Martin like, aha. So we took that one and we emptied that quite fast. Then we went down to the pool. We were gonna swim and we took some margaritas and they were like watery. There was no, so weak, and we consumed a lot of those. Then after that, we went out for dinner and then we consumed even more. And then after that, we went up to the top roof. I don't know if you consumed any more at that time, probably not. So, and the day after was not the best day.
So our last Mexico experience is after the Olympia in 09.
Yep.
So had Greg got second place that year. Everything was great. Took care of everything he had to take care of. And it was like a Thursday, I think. We got home on a Wednesday after Olympia. Thursday, got up, went to the airport, went to Mexico. Our friends who would stay at this resort said it's awesome, man. It's on the beach, all inclusive, like 5, 6 different restaurants. Because all I want to do was chill, have some good food, and hang out. We get there, get checked in, we go to the pool, start drinking, and back then I didn't drink. I mean, I went like a few years at one point. I didn't have a drop. And so, I drank like 15 drinks. And didn't do shit. I'm sitting there, I'm like, are you even buzzed? She's like, no. I go.
And I competed too at the Olympia, so,
so you were not the good reference for it.
Yeah, so.
And I'm like, so I'm going up, I'm tipping the chick right.
You haven't had enough, Branch.
I'm like,
put this up.
Come on.
So, and I didn't do nothing. So now I'm irritated. I'm like, man, I can't get buzzed. So we go to the freaking restaurant to eat. Food sucked, like bad. And I'm like, all right, we got some others to choose from. It'll be better. We go to dinner. Food sucked even worse. And I still can't get no. I start drinking beer because the drinks were like water.
So water.
So now I'm really irritated. So I'm like, all right, I can't eat. I can't drink. So I said, let's just go to the beach. So we're looking. We can't find the beach. There's like a seawall and these big waves crashing against it. And I'm like, where the hell's the damn beach at? And I'm like, there's like a secret place where the beach is at. You got like secret, trail. And I asked somebody, and they said, nah. They said hurricane came, last year and washed the beach away. Now just seawall. And I'm like, ain't no fucking beach. I can't get drunk. Ain't no good food. And I'm like,
we're going home.
So we get the next morning, go to breakfast. Same disaster. It's like nasty. We go to the pool, and we're sitting there, and I'm looking. I'm like, man, there's some weird people at this pool. Dude, there's like a bunch of swingers. And so we just got to competing, right? And they all looking at us. I'm like, I'm thinking,
good break.
It's weird, man. And so, and she's like, what's wrong with these people? Like, she was with him, and now she's with him, and he's. And I'm like, they weirdos, baby. So she's like, this doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And of course, here in a minute, here they come over trying to talk, so I'm growling at them. We go to the room.
It was a Branch impersonation.
Yeah.
So we go to the room, and we ain't even been there. We haven't even been there.
It wasn't 2 days.
Not even 2 days, like 36 hours. She goes, would you be upset if I say let's go home? I'm like, shit. I booked a flight. We packed our stuff. 2 hours later, we were on the plane. We came home. And I said, hey, don't tell nobody we're home. And we vacationed at home for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Branch.
He's not getting in that one.
We need to have everybody.
I'm out on that one.
I got the tomahawk.
What's wrong with this picture? That's so not right.
And the new.
It tastes like coffee or what?
Yeah, a little bit too much coffee for me.
Don't hate. Chocolate hate.
Spicy.
It's a beautiful day.
Got coffee.
Beautiful day to play.
You got color on.
I got color on. Sent Branch down this morning.
You take your mood and then you tell him to go and get coffee in the morning.
I wake up and I'm like,
then he owns the mood after that.
yeah, that's right.
I think I've come to this place every time I've been to Vegas for the past 10 years. It's one of those breakfast spots that just gets it right, you know what I'm saying?
Egg whites. Everybody else is eating something yummy and I'm sticking to my egg whites.
So huge portions, the food's good. And like after Olympia, every Olympia, I think it's the last 10 I competed in, or 8, whatever it was, we came here at some point after the show. Sometimes it was like 2 in the morning, but it's our tradition. Got to go to Peppermint.
Time to train.
Time to train. We're full, energized, ready to go. So we are at the Powerhouse in Vegas. This is Hide and Iris Kyle's gym, so should be a great workout. Lots of history there with those guys, so looking forward to it.
About to take the Mavericks helicopter and ride out over Grand Canyon. It's going to be one of these moments where you feel like, you know, you feel the religious feeling, you know.
I'm actually riding in a helicopter and not shooting anything, so this will be a new experience.
It's such a cool experience to fly over the desert like this. It's definitely one of these moments where you feel like you're in awe of everything. Like it's so big, like the perspective.
Sure, we think we're so big and important, but when you're up in the air, looking down out the mountains and everything, we're very small. That being said, it's beautiful out here. The desert is incredible. So looking forward to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. To put the Branch and Trish in the front seat now so they can hang over to see the Grand Canyon.
Next adventure, we got to get some ATVs to come out here and drive these old roads. Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
branch. Trish got a little queasy up there, or what?
Yeah, she doesn't like heights. So when you get on that suspension bridge there, you're like 4,000 feet above the canyon floor. So it's kind of crazy. So she's not a fan of
No.
heights. So
Little scaredy cat.
but that's all right. She enjoyed it, and this place is amazing. So it's been a minute since I've been here, and that's the first time I've been on the suspension bridge. So when I came here, it didn't exist. I think it's pretty relatively new, and this place is amazing. So I forgot how impressive it is. Until you guys should come back and see it again. So hopefully next time we're gonna make it down in the bottom by the river, and I think that'll give a whole new perspective when you're actually inside of it and look up. So from the helicopter looking down, it's something else. So I can only imagine what it is when you're down there looking up.
The whole thing about our Iron World is to explore and make memories, and have stuff to talk about and enjoy together and share together. So bringing ourselves out to do stuff that is comfortable and uncomfortable, and then at the same time maybe people who were not as fortunate as us to be able to do this, they can also see and enjoy and travel with us and be a little bit part of this, even if you're not here physically. So now take again.
Fan! Nick.
Fun.
Up a little.
Crashing in the day, blowing in the bright nights. Teenage runaways, watching every sunrise.
I know.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's like your family.
Why?
Yeah, crazy. Everybody's talking in their mouth and like this, and then they go to my family. Everybody's
Maybe it's better that we went
Yeah, we just fell off the bone.
Just fell off the bone.
How's everyone doing? Welcome to Peppermill.
Bad husband.
I don't have my coffee this morning.
You needed your creamer, so you sent Branch out?
Yes, I sent Branch to get my coffee creamer. I don't leave home without it. Ask Guy.
It's very true. I think, traveling as much as I have, you experience so many different cultures, and you see things, and I know exactly what you're talking about. You go places, and you're like, everybody's like, oh, this, and you're going, this is weird. But if you're there long enough, you start to like, okay, I get it. So it's definitely, I think that's why people should travel and experience it. If people travel, then there will be so much less problems in the world.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, because then you will actually come in a sense of understanding other religion, other cultures, and their way of doing stuff, and you respect it more and you appreciate it more. So, and you become less and less single-minded.
people in general, when you see a group of people that's different than you, then your knee-jerk reaction is like, you know, to pull back and, oh, they're weird, they're not like us or something. Well, in reality, they're probably a lot more like you than what you realize. You know, it's just a few little things that make them different. There's way more in common than what's different. Because 100 pounds is 100 pounds, no matter where the fuck you're at in the world.
Henry Rollins said 200. Is he a powerlifter or something?
What are you trying to say, Nick?
We're back again, Branch.
Back again, baby. Round 2. Badass. It's probably the best. Never used one of these before. It's advanced equipment for incline chest press. Playable. It's probably the best one I've ever used, man. It's all the biomechanics are perfect, and good stretch at the bottom, good contraction at the top, and I got a pump off doing one play with it. So definitely, this machine's on point.
These are from Korea.
Korea?
Yeah. Did you remember these machines were backstage at Olympia?
Yes, yes.
I think a couple of years ago, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, you like it?
I do a lot.
Yeah.
I used a shoulder press yesterday and some other stuff. It was on point.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Got it. Awesome. Push. Good work. All right, go. Come on. There you go. Good job. Got it. It's all you. Come on. Wow. That was awesome. And it was.
It was good.
It was good.
We are lucky to have opportunity to see Joe Wieters and stuff.
Yes.
We are probably the last
Man.
generation.
We came up in, maybe the best time.
Yeah.
I think so. Just the stuff that we've all seen together and accomplished,
and all the
and
stuff we got to do.
the friendships that we've made. I feel like they're stronger even now, than they were when we were competing. But I always felt like we were all such a big family, and so.
I agree. You guys be here like a week?
Yeah.
Like week before?
Yeah.
Why don't you train here like a GASP week?
Yeah.
Yeah. It will be pleasure.
Yeah.
A pleasure to have you guys here.
Thank you.
We have a house not so far away from here,
cool.
and we have you guys over, and everybody, in and around our community, and come over for some barbecue.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and,
we would love that.
Yeah.
He not allowed to eat.
What's up?
It's like, don't talk to me like that.
they have live band.
First time here, Branch?
First time here. So I've been to Vegas probably like literally 40 times, but never really ventured out. Never ventured out in this park before. There's a car coming.
How does this song go, Trish?
You know I know this song, so great music for sure. I'm a country girl at heart. Get out and go to somewhere that's just so much history, and I mean, I don't know, I love it. I think it's
We're here at the Red Rock Canyon, taking a tour around the park, and it's amazing with all this scenery.
It's pretty amazing. It doesn't even look real. Pretty awesome.
Hello guys, Michael Johansson here. We're just doing a little quick house tour of our upcoming Olympia week and weekend. We have a little setup here going on that we're so proud to show you, and welcome all the ambassadors and athletes of GASP and Better Bodies, and friends and family. So come on in. Yeah, so we got a nice little setup here. If the weather is not so good, then we can house everybody on the inside. So this is great for entertainment and have people around for a watch party and barbecues. And if the weather is really good, then the outdoor is amazing, as you can see on the video. So, you know, make the world a better place through fitness is our why. And we can't think about a better way to do that than together with you guys. So come and enjoy the camaraderie, barbecues, hamburgers, tenderloins, we got it all. So we just love to have some fun in and around food and training and living the lifestyle here in Vegas together with you guys during the Olympia week.
Olympia weekend house. It is awesome. We cannot wait to host you guys. Olympia weekend is going to be bussin'.
Hello, I'm here with Ed Brown. We're on our way to Metroflex Arlington. Ed is getting ready to do his pro debut in a couple of months. So, but first things first, I wanted to recap Las Vegas. For those of you that don't know, when I go on an Iron World tour with any of the athletes, it's recording from sunup to sundown, so you get the full experience like you're there. So you get to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, training, and sightseeing, all with, you know, the GASP and Better Bodies crew. So I just wanted to recap that whole long week and say how, just so I can post it as an intro to the video, because it's a 45-minute video that, you know, we cut out a lot, you know, because it was non-stop shooting and everything. So I just wanted to have my spiel and have it on my channel and explain what it meant to me. So anyway, we got to get Ed on an Iron World tour too. You gotta be able to take off like a couple of days though.
That's all right. I'm sure I'll be able to eventually. Who knows? Maybe I can bring my little girl.
Yeah. Or we can just go to Austin again, or do Iron World Tour Austin.
I have to admit that was fun.
Yeah, that was. But anyways, so
of course I had some of the new blood sizing me up. Keon's like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Why am I here? I'm the old bad OG motherfucker. What are you talking about, prodigy?
Why are you here? I'm here cause
I'm in God mode, motherfucker. That's why I'm here." Sorry.
But that's why I like Ed, because he's full-time free. Oh, by the way, what does that mean again? That was an awesome video that the guy made. What's his name?
Tim. Yeah, full-time freak stands for 99% mental, 1% physical. I think you guys helped me come up with that in an interview here.
Oh shit.
The full-time freak thing was actually passed on by a buddy of mine, Pat Sesko. He saw how I did the pro wrestling background. I had that, and then he says, I always get confused with what you are. And of course, he's most impressed with the bodybuilding, but he's also impressed with how strong I was. And that's why he says that should be your name as a bodybuilder, full-time freak. He says none of these guys have any type of moniker anymore, you know, because you had some guys like that were fan favorites. Like the guy that comes to mind that I always enjoyed was Mike Benazzaro, who passed away, because like he was a demigod. He like everybody loved him, the crowd. He could go get third at Night of Champions or go to the Olympia and get 12th. But his energy, and when he get out there and flex in front of the crowd, he was there and he was having fun. And that's what it's all about. It's about beating yourself. It's not about, I mean, yeah, everybody wants to be Mr. Olympia and that's cool, but hey man, maybe take a step back and also realize I'm a fucking pro. That's about 1% of people in the world. And I'd say across the board. People can make fun of this men's physique shit. They can make fun of classic physique and say it's not bodybuilding. It's still hard. And there's more of those guys now too, because it's healthier. Bodybuilding, I mean, all the great bodybuilders that don't risk their health are normally my age. And then you have the few that are gifted. The Hunter Labradas, the Nick Walkers. Like I say, they also have the right mindset. Like Hunter, I think, didn't he say he wanted to compete till he's maybe 35? You know? Yeah. As you realize, it's just your body can only take so much so long. And as you get older, if you can compete as a Masters and be careful, do it, you know? A lot of these guys think, oh, I have to retire. I'm like, well, they have the Masters Worlds, they have all this other, it's all what you want to make of it. And I have to admit, when I went to Masters Nationals and when I got my pro card at the Universe, getting out there with some jacked 40-year-olds, they made the over 35-year-olds look bad at that show. And I'm like, man, these guys are not dad bods. This is not a joke. These guys look really good.
Got that muscle maturity.
Yeah.
But speaking about what you want to do with it, and when I was in Las Vegas, dude, I did not feel like training. But oh, let me put this on. But yeah, so for those of you that may know, I re-earned my natural pro card last November.
WBF.
And yeah, and Ed was a big inspiration with that, because I don't know, I forget a lot of stuff, but we've had, you know, conversations, and he's always been really encouraging on you know my build, and you know, seeing the potential there, where me, if I'm beating myself down, I don't really see it. So Ed was great for my mental game going into pursuing my you know, competitions again on the bodybuilding stage. But yeah, in Las Vegas, I did not feel like training, but the only time I had was in the morning, so I was able to get my training in the morning. And yeah, I mean, what was interesting, I had so much planned that I was gonna say.
Well, then what's people don't understand, like, I looked at your pics, I'm not bullshitting you, your conditioning was bar none. I mean, like, you could go up there with Tito Raymond, Jose Raymond, one of those. Jose Raymond, when he was clean and won the universe, he had to pass a drug test. They have to piss, and they can't have any PEDs. They used to let us get away with some of those pro hormones and stuff like that, but if they did the world championships, they'd be off those. And everybody hates on Skip LaCour, but hey man, every time they tested him, he was clean.
He was shredded, and the guys nowadays are freaking shredded, like the German guy, Dirk, I think.
Yeah.
He had glutes from hell. He had glutes that looked like yours. Obviously, the size wasn't the same.
Yeah, but I mean, then you look at Jeff Willett. I believe it. You know, a lot of people were like, no, he's lying. He would just do WNBF. Why would he do NPC? I'm like, well, the universe used to be called the Team Universe because the Open had to be clean. Like I said, they could do AST. I think he admitted to taking DHEA. He tried taking some pro hormones and stuff. But if you look at the way they trained, they did that max OT training.
Yeah, the training was
a lot less, so they could recover.
Yeah.
And there was a lot more science behind the nutrition. And it was inspiring to watch. I mean, a lot of those guys were great influences on me to stay clean for a while and see what I could do.
And build your base.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even that's why the one year when they wanted me to win in 2016, they had the same rule. For the open part of the show, you know, you had to be clean. And by the rules, I wasn't. And it was nobody's fault because a lot of the Masters guys are on TRG anyways. And you can't even be on that by the rules of WADA. So, it's like I say, it doesn't make you any better or any worse, whether you're enhanced or you're not. You just find your way to do things. But a lot of these guys that think that they can't build an awesome physique on their own terms and look badass, you're living proof of that. You showed it. Yeah. And I'd put you right up there with Jeff, with
no shit, dude.
Skip, yeah.
I see those guys way up there. I see you and them, like, I was thinking myself a tier below, but I mean, fix that.
Jeff, I think one year did the USAs, and it was really neat because he got in the top 4 behind like Chris Dim and
oh shit.
And then who knows too, he might have even played by the rules of I'm clean for this, and then I can kind of bend the rules a bit for USAs and time it. I mean, who knows? I still wouldn't think any less of him. However, he did it because the guy who's got a total class act, a gym, his family. He's got a daughter, or I think he has a son. And he just looks like just a really nice person. So like,
for sure.
I'm not going to talk bad about anybody or condone choices that they make because then I'd be a hypocrite too, right? So.
Right. It's all what you make of it. So.
Yeah, well, like even if you look at my old training partner Lee, he's doing stuff with Species Nutrition now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and if you look at him at 50, even with his neck injury, I mean, he'll grab like hundreds and just squeeze, and he's on like 300 milligrams of tests every 10 days in just basic supplements. And you look at his pictures.
Basics.
At 50, it's just like, he looks incredible. So, I mean, it boils down also to genetics, you know, how hard you work. And some guys just love to train, and that helps.
Yeah, that helps.
But some of these clowns...
Just go, straight, follow the freeway.
The problem that I have with this new generation is some of these clowns that I train are very unappreciative. They expect way too much too soon. I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I think that's the problem with this day and age and this generation. Everybody has everything way, way too easy. You got smartphones where it counts your steps. You know, you got computer, online shit. They try to read stuff and get confused. And these kids think they got it all figured out. Well, if they got it all figured out, then not just talk about, you know, I'm not making fun of it, but like Boston Lloyd used to brag about steroid cycles and then talk about it and make a joke out of it. And look at where that got him. That poor kid, what did he pass away? How old was he, 30 years old?
If that, yeah.
You think that's you think NPC or IFBB wants that? No. If it was all about taking steroids and drugs, then anybody could be a bodybuilder. It doesn't work like that, man. Everything all works together. Like you have to train hard, you have to have the genetics and all that other stuff. It's going to put icing on the cake, but if you ain't got what it takes, man, if it's not God's plan, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you got to have no excuses too.
Yeah.
And I was getting burnt out because we went on that trip, and then it was right back to work the next week, and then now into this weekend, you know, we had just non-stop stuff. So I just wanted to convey to everyone that, oh my God, it looks like I have boobs in this angle, man. Shit. Anyway.
And the neatest part about seeing you get your WNBF Pro card, because we share that same passion. I mean, my dad was like, damn, Nicholas, like he was about to cry when he got you your jacket. I'm like, but he's like,
for sure, man.
Well, because you're like, I was like, man, you don't understand. He's seen everything I put my body through, and I didn't give up. And then how gratifying is that when they reward you? They're like, okay, this guy goes in gracefully. He doesn't make a scene. He hands his trophy back from years back to play by the rules. These were the rules. He broke them a little bit. He's owning it and saying, I'm sorry. He comes back like a gentleman, says, Steve Weinberger, Bev Francis, thank you for letting me be a part of your show for over the years. And they said, Ed, you earned it. It was earned, never given. Here's your pro card.
Yeah, you earned it because you showed up shredded and big and full.
And I mean,
granite.
And just using that show as a measuring stick, luckily they started moving the Masters to that show because I got to always do that show. And I loved doing that show and focusing on it because I had so much fun going down there over the years. My mom passed away this past year. She used to love going down there and paying me for the show. My sister even would go sometimes. She loved New York when they had it in New York, and then it moved to Jersey. And then my dad got to go too. That was really unique because he got to share that experience of me getting the pro status. And I remember even for his birthday, I gave him a copy of my pro card because they didn't mean anything, but sometimes they mix up our names. And when I had won, I accidentally wrote Edward Marcel Brown, and my name's Edward Vincent Brown. So I actually gave him the pro card because it has my real name on it, Edward Vincent Brown Jr. And I gave it to him for his birthday. And he appreciates that because he's like, that's my son. He did what 1% of people in the world can do. And all those pictures of Arnold and all those pictures in those magazines that he used to read that inspired him to lift weights and stay out of trouble and do good, it all played out. And look, it's living proof right here.
Gotta have that staying power. But yeah, so Vegas was a wrap. It was a whirlwind. Most of the time I didn't know what day it was. We got it all sorted, recorded, and up online. And now we're here with Ed, about to train back at the original Metroflex Arlington, getting ready for his pro debut. So the Iron World Tour never ends. This is kind of an Iron World Tour, man. You came from Austin, now we're up to Dallas, and now we're going to Arlington.
Don't tell anybody in Austin. Austin is kind of lame. I like Dallas better.
Well, this is gonna go online, Ed.
Yeah, well, Austin, you know, like, I know they say that, you know, Austin, you know, is the home of the Texas Longhorns, but the reason Ed Brown doesn't fit in is everybody knows that Ed Brown's got the fattest horn, not the longest one.